Hey everyone, I'm Audra and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is currently week 8 of our 13-week series, The 13 Pillars of Joy. This week, our theme is Have a Mindset of Service. So today's class, we are going to be focusing on a mindset of service and what that means and how to truly have a mindset of service without self-abandonment. So as we begin, in a seated position, get your mat, grab some tea, get water, and just hit pause and come right back when you're ready. All right. And as you come into this space and we focus on embodying our mindsets of service and what that truly means, we're going to just find some gentle sways side to side in your seated position. Letting the body gently land in this space. And start noticing your breath, taking an inhale, a longer exhale, arriving, clearing our minds of the to-do list, not let the to-do list run us, we run the to-do list. And then we'll find some stillness in your seat. Taking a nice big inhale into your chest, fill up the chest, growing tall in your spine. Keeping the length in your spine, exhale, let your shoulders drop. Let your body soften. Inhale into your chest, focusing on your heart space. Keeping the length in your spine, exhale, let the shoulders drop a little bit more. Good. We're going to bring our hands to our sides, keeping your right hand on the ground, bringing the left hand up and over, taking a big inhale into your side body. And as you exhale, switching the arms. Big inhale into your side body. And as you exhale, switch those arms. Good. Inhale into your side body. And as you exhale, switch the arms. Inhale into your side body. One more time. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale. Good. And exhale as you arrive. Inhale into that side body. And as you exhale, just bringing the other hand to meet the ground. Good. Just opening our side body here, giving some space into the sides, opening up our ribs. We're going to inhale, hands go above your head. Gaze follows the fingertips, reaching high, opening up the rib cage space here, lengthening your spine. And exhale, keeping your length. Let the muscles soften, let the skeleton stay strong and upright. Inhale, reach higher, opening up each little space in between your ribs. Keeping that length, exhale, let the muscles soften. Good. Bring our hands down to the side. And we're going to come to our knees. If your knees get a little bit sore from being in a bent position like so, you can always grab a block or a pillow or anything to give you a little bit of length there. Give your knees a break. And then we're going to come into this position. We're going to open up our hearts. When we're serving from a mindset of service, it really leads with your heart. And a lot of times, to truly serve others, we also have to make sure we serve ourselves. Our cup is full so we can fill up the others. And we always need to come back and fill our cups up so we can give, because we want to give fully and meaningfully without self-abandoning and without putting ourselves in jeopardy of being let down. So when we give, we want it to be meaningful. So hands on your knees, and as you inhale, slide your hands to your pocket, chest comes forward, shoulder blades meet in the back. And as you exhale, roll your back, slide those hands up to your knees. Nice, big, meaningful exhale, focusing on clearing out your heart space. So inhale, come forward, open up the chest, bring space to your heart. Exhale, gently roll the spine, slide the hands to your knees, open mouth, exhale. So as we come forward into our inhale, we open our chest to self-love, appreciation for ourselves and for our talents and our hearts that we want to give. And as you exhale, open your mouth, slide your hands forward to your knees, clear anything that holds you back, any resentment, any old abandonment wounds. We're here to repair ourselves so we can give fully. Inhale, open the heart, fresh air, new beginnings, fill up our cups. Exhale, slide the hands to your knees, open mouth, exhale, clearing out your heart space. Clear out any of those cobwebs, any tension. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, clear out the space. One more time. Inhale, new beginnings, fresh air, filled cups for ourselves. We want to give freely with no obligation, no pressure to give. And exhale, anything that blocks our way, open your mouth, let it go. Good. You can remove your block or a pillow or any type of prop that you put underneath you if you did. We're going to come to our tabletop position here. And as we arrive, dropping your belly, lifting the crown into your cow. Inhale. Tuck the tailbone, roll the spine up to the ceiling. Exhale into cat. Drop your belly. Inhale, cow. Tuck the tailbone, roll the spine up to the ceiling. Exhale, cat. Moving through this at your own pace. Softening our spine. Giving our body permission to move fluidly and move softly. Opening ourselves up for service. Clearing out any and old wounds or habits or things that are blocking us from giving fully and openly. And every time we breathe in, we're focusing on giving from a full cup. We want to give without obligation. And we exhale any emotions that get us hung up, any ego-driven thoughts, any shrinking thoughts. We don't want to dim our light out of fear. We want to open ourselves up for light to share. And one more good exhale into your cat. And finding a neutral position in your tabletop. On your next inhale, we're going to open up our chest. Right arm reaches high. Gaze follows the fingertips. And exhale, bringing that hand to your mat. Inhale, opposite hand opening up. Exhale, bring that hand back to your mat. Opposite side, inhale, hand goes high. And exhale, bringing the hand to your mat. Inhale. Exhale, hand to the mat. Inhale, right hand goes high. And this time as you exhale, we're going to thread our needle, bringing that hand underneath your body, extending the left hand long, letting your body collapse here in this stable position. We're dropping any tension from our shoulders, any tension that holds you back. We are sent here and meant to be in community, to serve others, to give, and to also receive. And it's not always easy to accomplish either of those, but we're going to move our bodies and we're going to clear our minds. We're going to move tension, and we're working on our breath and our mindsets. Good, bringing that hand underneath your shoulder. Inhale, unthread your needle. Hand goes to the ceiling, gaze follows. Exhale, hand to the mat. Opposite hand, inhale, reaching high, gaze follows the fingertips. And as you exhale, thread your needle, opposite direction. Extend the hand long, let your body soften. Opening up shoulder space, clearing any tension through our chest, softening into these poses, surrendering to our power, releasing anything that blocks us and stops us. And with every exhale, disengaging your muscles that are trying to hold it all together for you, and you don't need the extra strength right now. You want to be soft. Good. Slide your hand underneath the shoulder space. Inhale, unthread your needle, push up. Hand reaches to the ceiling, gaze follows. Exhale, hand to your mat. So we're going to tuck our toes here and just pushing back into our feet, opening up our feet, what keeps us grounded, what keeps us stable. Just gently rocking back and forth. You can spread your toes, feel into the movement and what your toes are feeling like, what your feet are feeling like. If you get any little bit of cramping, you can just untuck the toes and give them soft taps on your mat. And tucking the toes, pushing back again. Clearing any space, opening ourselves up for stability and grounding. When giving, it always is very pleasing to give from a rooted place where you feel grounded, where you don't feel flighty. We want to be regulated in our bodies as we give to others. That way, when our gift of giving is not confused with self-abandonment, and you can give fully without any expectations of anything in return. It's just to simply give because that's what your heart wants you to do. All right, coming to a tabletop position. Tuck those toes again. Lifting the hips up with your knees and back into your downward facing dog. As you arrive, pedaling out your feet. Opening up the backs of your legs here. It's real easy for the backside of our bodies to get tense. So we're opening up the leg space. Any type of stretch is an opportunity to get rid of some tension. Good. And we'll come to stillness in your downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Send your chest to meet your thighs, opening up your chest here. Good. Coming back into your neutral position for your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg high, point the toe, roll your ankle both ways. Bend that knee, open the hip space. Clearing out any emotional residue. Checking in with our bodies, making sure we have clear space. Bringing the hips square, leg is high. Big inhale. And exhale, knee to nose. Bring that foot all the way through. Drop your back knee, untuck the toes. Coming into a low lunge. We're going to inhale, hands go high. And as you exhale, hands to the front, right hand to the back, opening up to your right side. Gaze follows the back hand. Inhale, bring that arm in front, reach up. Exhale, hands to the front, bringing the left arm back, gaze follows. Again, inhale, hands to the front, reach up high. As you exhale, opposite direction. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, open up to the left. Inhale, hands high. One more time, all the way through. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reaching high. And exhale, open up to the left. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, hands to your mat. Frame that foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift up your knee. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot goes high. Point those toes. Roll out your ankle. Bend the knee. Open up the hip space. Clearing out any emotional residue from both sides of our hips. You don't always have to name it, but just know that you're clearing something is good enough. But if thoughts do come up, it's healthy just to process them, move through them. You may be able to know what holds you back from giving and serving, and that's good. And if you don't know exactly, that's fine. You just breathe and open your body and get a new mindset. All right, square those hips. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring that foot all the way through. Drop your back knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale into your lunge. Hands above your head. Exhale, dropping the left hand. Opening up the side body. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, opposite direction. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, open. And just moving through that. Knowing that you're opening up your body with every inhale and you're clearing your body with every exhale. Your body's working together with its movement, with its breath, with your stability. And your mind is freshened up. Your body's clear. We're tapping into ourselves, giving ourselves this time to just be, so we can leave rejuvenated. One more time. Softly and slowly and flowing and having fun with our challenges. Knowing that every challenge, even here on the mat where you're keeping your balance, is always bringing you to something better. After your last inhale with the hands up, hands frame that foot. Tuck the back toes, lift up that knee, step back into your downward facing dog. On your next exhale, tiptoeing to the top of your mat. And as you arrive, exhale, forward fold. Letting your knees be bent. Let your chest be heavy on your thighs. It's not about always being flexible and the most powerful movements. Sometimes yoga is this somatic steadiness where we pair our mindset with our movement to teach our bodies, our minds, and our breath to live intentionally together. We do this practice here on the mat so we can take it off the mat and into our real day-to-day life. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Option for hands up the shins. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to inhale into a chair from here. And exhale, standing. Good. We're going to make our way to our bottoms, however that works for you. Coming into a seated position, slowly lowering yourself to your back. During this series, as we move through the 13 pillars of joy, if this just happens to be your first class, your first week, each week we just do a short somatic yoga session around our theme. It's a gentle practice with the short variations of poses and movements and mindsets and breath work. Our main goal here is to focus on these themes, like this week being a mindset of service. We talk about wanting to give from a regulated place, wanting to give fully without zero expectation. It's like when you tell someone that you love them, just give them the gift of telling them that you love them without expecting them to say it back. Because if you're giving with an expectation of something in return, well, you're not really giving someone. It's almost a form of something over their head when they're accepting a gift from you. If you've ever been in that position, it does not feel very good. And so we want to be mindful of that. We want to be aware of that. And we want to tune in with ourselves and make sure that we're staying on top of our mindsets and our consciousness and the meaning behind what we're doing. To live an intentional, meaningful life, you must pay attention. You must enhance your awareness. And realign yourself always with your moral compass pointing north. So as we lie here on our backs, letting our bodies come to a rest, let your head be heavy on the mat. Let your eyes just drift. Unclench your cheeks. Let your jaw soften. Let your chest be open. Let your shoulders be soft. Let your ribs relax. Let your hips melt into the mat, disengaging the thighs. Disengage the knees. Let your calves melt into the mat. Let them be heavy. Feel the sensation on the bottom of your feet, the nerves, the blood, the aliveness in the bottoms of your feet, giving blood and air into our roots. Letting the mind do a body scan where you're checking in. See how everything's feeling. Supporting each body part. Giving it attention from yourself. Enhancing your awareness of your body is self-care management. Let the chest soften. Let your eyes be relaxed. Let your mouth fall open. Finding a true peace in your body. Knowing that when you find that true peace and that regulation, this is the goal. We want to function from a regulated place. We don't want our emotions running the show. When emotions rise, when we feel like we're getting upset, when we feel like hurt and you're not really sure why, we want to take a moment, put our feet on the ground, recenter, come back to ourselves. Making decisions from a place of clarity rather than impulsivity. We don't want to respond from our projections, from our looping patterns. We want clarity in our mind, so we take a pause. We pause the loops, we close the loops, and we move forward from clarity. So our focus is have a mindset of service. To receive, you must give. And to truly give, you must give from a regulated place. A place that's not people-pleasing, a place that's not self-abandoning, a place that's not manipulating, where you're giving something to get something, just clean giving. Because we know when we give freely, our blessings in return actually come in tenfolds. Let your chest soften. Let your heart be alive. Let your heart know that you will place boundaries when needed, but that you want your heart to remain soft. Licking your lips, wiggle your toes, put some movement into your fingers. On your next big inhale, reaching above your head, a big good morning stretch. And as you exhale, bringing those knees to your chest, giving yourself a hug, rocking gently side to side. And rocking to one side and sitting on up, back to your center, back to where we began, with a stretched body, with fresh air, with a new mindset. We're back. Well, thank you guys so much for joining this practice. Thank you for showing up for yourself. I hope you've been enjoying this 13 Pillars of Joy series. If this is your first class with me, I invite you to tune into the other weeks, whether you go in order or you just tap into a class when it resonates with you. However it serves you, it's there for you. And I hope you enjoyed this. So we're going to bring our hands to our sides, thinking of a shift that happened here on your mat, something that resonated. We want to put that into the palms of our hands, and we're going to breathe it into reality, into life. We're going to put that into our imprint of our emotional field. All right, so we're going to inhale that part that resonated, that part that shifted, that part that made a difference. Bring it above your head and bring it into your body, hands to heart center. Good. Well, thank you again. And don't forget, if you're looking for any one-on-one support for somatic therapy, somatic sessions for wellness, I do have availability for some new clients. So check out my website, follow me on Instagram. Would love to connect and hear more from you. Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Namaste.